Hello! We're back with another episode of Game Nights. Huge thanks, as always, to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring our show. Today, we've got some pretty stiff competition. Two Magic Hall of Famers, Brian Kibler and Ben Stark, as well as former professional player and current member of Magic R&D, Melissa DeTora. Needless to say, I'm going to have my work cut out for me. We'll see how I do. Now, if you're watching this show, you're probably a Magic player. And that means you like to get your hands on Magic cards. If you use cardkingdom.com/command zone when you order those cards, you'll be both improving your decks and supporting Game Nights and making sure we continue to stay on air. Also, the holidays are coming up. And if you use our affiliate link when ordering stuff for your friends and family, well, that's just a ton of added value. In fact, the product we're playing with on today's episode would make a great gift and an awesome way to introduce folks to Magic, even if they don't already play. And another way to support the show is by going to patreon.com/command zone. There, you can contribute to all of our content directly and also be eligible for some exclusive perks, including early access to watch Game Nights before it's available to the general public. Big thanks to all of our patrons, who really are the ones that make our content possible. Now, one last thing, be sure to stick around until the very end of the episode because, as always, we're giving away a ton of stuff. Okay, with all that said, let's see how I do against a bunch of pro Magic players. How's it, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of Game Nights. You know, this show usually skews kind of casually, but on this episode, we thought we'd ratchet up the competition a little bit.
Hi, my name is Brian Kibler. I'm a longtime Magic player, former pro. I'm in the Magic Pro Tour Hall of Fame, and now I am a gaming broadcaster and make content on Twitch and YouTube.
Hi, I'm Ben Stark. I'm a professional Magic player. I'm in the Pro Tour Hall of Fame. I write articles, make content, and I top four'd the World Championships like a month ago.
Hi, I'm Melissa DeTora. I'm a former pro Magic player. I now work at Wizards of the Coast in Magic R&D on the play design team. So I went from playing competitive Magic to helping create competitive Magic.
Yeah, I know. These people, they're pushovers. They've like barely played Magic before, right?
I played my first Pro Tour in 1999.
I played in 18 Pro Tours.
I have 5 Magic Pro Tour top 8s, including 2 wins.
I have 1 Pro Tour top 8.
5 Pro Tour top 8s with a win.
13 Grand Prix top 8s, including 3 wins.
2 GP top 8s.
Over 20 GP top 8s and 2 wins.
And I was the US National Champion in 2012.
I played in a PTQ once. I got this. No problem. So today we're going to be playing with a new product. It's called Magic Game Night. Yeah, I know. Game Night on Game Nights. Not confusing at all. This is a box set. It's self-contained. It's a convenient way to bring the Magic experience to your friends and family. You can choose between 5 different decks. They're all pre-designed and balanced for multiplayer battle.
I think the product is great. You could use this as like a board game experience where you could just like get 4 of your friends, shuffle them up, and just start playing right out of the box.
One of the big things about this product is that it's intended for multiplayer. All my time I played in tournaments, it's always one-on-one, so I'm used to just attacking my opponent, not figuring out which of my opponents to attack and which one to try and convince them all to attack.
I'm not sure what to expect from this. I haven't played with an introductory product in a very long time, and I haven't played multiplayer in a very long time.
Now, obviously, I play multiplayer a lot, so it's going to be interesting to see if my political trickery is enough to overcome their superior play skill.
So I picked the green deck. I pretty much always pick green decks. I've been playing Llanowar Elf into some bigger creature for 20-something years now, so that's my comfort zone.
I chose the blue deck because blue is my favorite color in Magic. I like drawing cards and countering things.
I'm choosing to play the mono red deck today. You know, a lot of what red does is their spells are in hand. Maybe I can surprise the pros out of nowhere and they'll have big boards and I'll just go fireball you out or something. I don't know. I'm really outmatched here and I'm just looking for any ray of hope.
I chose to play the black deck because it's high on complexity and combos. I think of Magic as like a puzzle I'm trying to solve, and I like to figure out how to win the game in the most efficient way possible with what I'm given.
Usually we're like, all right, let's play. Doesn't feel right because I'm scared.
All right, let's play.
Let's play.
Let's do this.
Well, hello everyone. I want to say it's a great honor to be here at the table with you today. Before we begin, we need to do what we always do, which is show off the awesome playmats from Ultra Pro. Let's do it one more time. 3, 2, 1. We got this.
Get ready.
Nobody panic. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's pretty close. I like that. So, Kibler, Ben, this is your first time on the show, and we all know what that means.
I dub thee Sir Ben Stark.
And I dub thee Sir Kibler. Welcome to Game Nights.
Only one may stand.
Okay, you guys ready?
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it.
All right, let's do this. I will draw, and then I will play a mountain. Pastor.
All right, I have a forest. Your turn.
Draw for my turn. Go ahead.
I'll play a swamp. Pass the turn.
Very exciting turn one, everyone. Good
yeah.
job. Okay, I will tap 2, and I will play a Goblin Instigator, who comes with a buddy.
A goblin friend.
Goblins have no friends.
They're coworkers.
Goblin coworker.
Well, I have the first creature on the board. 2 creatures, actually. I don't know. Doesn't feel like a couple of 1/1s are really going to be relevant for that long. I don't have a lot of hope for these goblins. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'll draw. I have a forest, and that's it. Go ahead.
Draw my card, and then favorable wins.
Uh-oh.
There's a lot of flyers in this deck, and there are a lot of things that make small flyers, so that makes them more threatening and helps me close out quickly when I'm ready to do that. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll draw this card, and I'll play a Tattered Mummy.
Ooh.
Go multiplayer.
Most likely, she can take away 2 points from my life total whenever she wants, but it doesn't really impact the game a ton on turn 2.
Your go.
All right, I will untap. I will draw. And then I'll go to combat. It feels like my creatures are going to get outclassed really, really quickly, so I might as well use them while I can. I suppose it's only fair. I'll swing at Kibler with 1 and Ben with 1.
I'll take
Take one.
I'm playing against 3 titans of the game here, and the last thing I want to do each turn is nothing, but unfortunately that's just how this one turned out. I got nothing I can play, so I just have to pass. It feels bad. And that's all I can do, so go ahead.
I will draw. So let's get things started with Ronus's Monument.
That's a really scary card. Now, anytime he plays a creature, blocking with my smaller creatures is going to be completely ineffective.
This card doesn't do very much right now, but it'll help me set up for some powerful turns later. Your turn.
Untap, draw. I don't have anything to cast, but it's not a worry. People will probably spread around the damage. If I'm the least threatening, I'm probably the least likely to be attacked. I'm done.
All right, untap, draw, and I'll play Lord of the Accursed. All I'm caring about right now is just amassing my own zombie army. So even though it's only turn 3, this card has the potential to win me the game, eventually. And now my zombie might want to get in there, so I'll attack Kibler for 2.
Wow. Oof, brutal. Take 2.
Go ahead.
I will untap, draw. I feel like Kibler's getting picked on a little here, so I'm going to swing both of these at Ben.
I'll take 2. I'm at 17.
Okay, and then I'm going to tap 3 and play a Gutter Snipe.
Ooh, okay. So this card's pretty scary because it can make any spell Josh plays for the rest of the game hurt all of us.
I'm feeling pretty good about getting this out on the battlefield. I just have to cross my fingers that I get to untap with it, that it survives 1 round of the table. And go ahead.
All right, I will untap, draw my card. First, we're going to start with a Thrashing Brontodon for just 2, since I have the Monument. This card is great because not only is it a really strong creature for the mana, it also gives you a way to answer problematic artifacts or enchantments, and there can be a lot of those out there. And then, I feel like for the good of everyone else,
Rah-rah.
I'll have my Brontodon bite your Gutter Snipe.
I was really hoping that that would live longer and I would get at least like a couple activations off of it. This is, this is disappointing.
Thank you, Kibler. Much appreciated. One of the nice things about multiplayer is sometimes something is threatening everybody, and whereas you can't handle it with your deck, maybe one of the other players in the game can and does.
I'll pass.
All right, draw for my turn. I'll summon Whirler Rogue. That'll make 2 Thopters. And they are 2/2s thanks to favorable wind.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
This card is pretty scary for me because it just gives Ben so much power right away. But I don't think Ben's going to attack me because if he does, I can kill his favorable winds with my Brontodon, and then he loses a lot of his power.
When you have little goblins on the ground, yeah, they're just looking up at the Thopters. They can't do anything about it. Maybe like scream at them. That's how goblins talk.
I'm done.
All right, untap, draw for turn. Well, Josh, I'm sorry, but I'm going to attack you for 4.
I have no untapped creatures, so I'll take 4.
It's about time someone attacked the red player.
And just like I was saying earlier, my little 1/1s are already outclassed. Doesn't feel good, and I'm at the lowest life total already.
All right, then after that, I will play another Tattered Mummy, and I'll play a Doom Dissenter. Not a zombie.
Not a zombie. I like how you're technically correct.
Not a zombie.
Not a zombie. Nothing to worry about here.
Just like everyone else, not a zombie yet. I do think the fact that Melissa's building up a lot of zombies makes the Lord of the Accursed that much scarier, so I'm kind of sad I used my Rabbit Bite already.
Go ahead.
Okay, untap. I will draw. And I'm going to play a Demanding Dragon. When it ETBs, it deals 5 damage to target opponent unless that player sacrifices a creature. I'm gonna say Ben.
I can't afford 5 life, so I guess I'm gonna have to sacrifice a Thopter.
So this is really good. It's a huge flyer, so it can block just about anything. And making Ben sacrifice a Thopter there is actually big game, because now he doesn't have 2 artifacts, which means the Whirler Rogue can't make things unblockable anymore. This is stabilizing. I feel a lot better now than I did at the start of the turn. And boy, I really can't attack, so go ahead.
Okay, I will untap, draw. Well, let's start with a Vigilant Baloth.
That guy's huge.
We get the Monument trigger, and I mean, I'll obviously target my Brontodon. So here's the Monument in action, letting me buff up my creatures. Yeah, the key part is really Trample, because you can attack through even a board of a bunch of small creatures.
Kibler already assembling a huge ground force. This is just the beginning. I'm super scared of him.
And then, do I even want to attack? It's kind of a good question. I will attack Ben.
Since it has Trample, I'm not gonna chump block. I'll take 5. I am really not happy about this. 12 is really scary, facing the 2 Tattered Mummies in play, and a red player who could be holding any amount of burn. I really would have preferred if Kibler attacked anyone but me here.
I attacked Ben here because, well, he didn't have a dragon, and Melissa playing black probably has a lot of removal spells, and I don't want her killing my big things. It's your turn.
Untap, draw. Looks like I'm gonna have to defend myself since I'm already down to 12, so I won't be doing attacking. I'll bring out an Advanced Stitchwing. My plan from here is to assemble a large air force that makes me unappealing to attack, and then hopefully I can take out players in a single strike so they do not get a chance to retaliate, and then I'll pass the turn.
All right. Suddenly everyone has gigantic things in play, so I have to really be careful. So remember that time I said this guy is not a zombie? I was actually just kidding. He is a zombie. I'm going to play Blood Divination. I'll sack the Doom Dissenter. He'll make a zombie.
Gentlemen, we got lied to.
He was just pre-zombie this whole time.
And then I will draw 3 cards.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Melissa starting to draw all these cards is kind of concerning me because I'm running pretty low right now.
I feel like in a good spot as long as I'm able to survive the next couple turns. Now I feel like attacking is not that good because there's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I don't think I can attack here. Go ahead.
Okay, I untap, and I will draw. I'm gonna tap 2, and I'm gonna play an Eager Construct. So everybody gets to scry 1.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So
I will put mine on the bottom.
Yeah, I will scry this to the bottom.
I will also scry to the bottom.
I'm gonna keep mine on top.
Must be nice.
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome, everyone. The problem is I'm holding a bunch of burn in my hand, but I can't take anybody out, so I can just sort of like make someone mad, which doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't really like my position. Okay, I'll pass turn. It's too scary out there.
All right, I will untap, draw. So let's play a giant spider. I will make Vigilant Baloth a 7/7, thanks to the Monument. This card's really important here because there are a lot of flyers on the board and I don't have a way to stop them except for this spider. And then play a Howling Golem.
Red is really not good at drawing cards, so if Kibler's going to help me draw cards, even if everybody else does too, I am in favor of it.
I'm not super happy about this card. I have some card draw in my hands, and I'm looking for a stalemate, so players drawing 2 cards a turn is not something that I think favors me.
Target the Baloth with the Monument to make him a 9/9 Trample Vigilance. But I would agree that things are looking kind of scary, so I think I'm going to keep him home. So, your turn, Ben.
Untap, draw, and then I will attack Melissa for 2 with my Thopter.
Yep, I can't block it, so I'll take 2. Go down to 18.
Wait, that's the first damage you've taken yet?
That's why I attacked her.
Yeah, I deserved it.
All play, Air Elemental.
Getting to be even more flyers in play. I do have the spider, but it's too small to deal with an air elemental. I'm really gonna need some big creatures to start attacking and end the game quickly.
Go ahead, Melissa.
All right. I just have some cards in my hand with nothing to do. Go ahead.
So Melissa just last turn drew 3 cards. This turn she plays a land and passes with a ton of mana open.
I'm gonna try and avoid picking on Melissa from here.
You know, she's playing black. She has removal spells that can kill my creatures, and I don't want them to die.
Sounds like a fistful of removal.
Okay. This is a tough turn for me. I do have some things in my hand that I could play, but I feel like all all of those cards will place a target on me from at least one other player at the table. And I'm not in a position right now to handle any aggression from anybody.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass the turn.
I will draw. Let's start things off with Seek the Wild. So I will reveal Avatar of Growth.
Whoa, he's a biggin.
And then I will pay 2 for Avatar of Growth.
It only cost 2?
Yeah, seems like a good deal. This could go badly for me, giving them extra lands, but I don't really have any other options because I need to get the creature in play. So when it enters the battlefield, each player searches their deck for 2 basic lands.
This is great for me because I just drew a bunch of cards, but I don't have enough mana to cast all my spells, and suddenly I just have 2 extra lands in play. So thank you, Kibler.
And I will use the Monument trigger on my Vigilant Baloth, so he's a 7/7 Trampler, but I'm not gonna attack with him. I am gonna attack with my Howling Golem.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Now the question is, who do I attack? No one has like a wall.
She's got 2/3s though.
Oh, I won't block. I mean, like, I'll not kill your guys.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
All right. I think the politicking in multiplayer is pretty fun. Okay. I will attack Melissa, and we all draw a card.
I like this deal.
That's pretty exciting.
Happy to be part of it.
Well, since that guy is keeping the cards coming, I will block it with a 2/3. So they bounce off each other.
Sounds good to me.
In competitive Magic, this just never happens because you only have one goal to kill your opponent. It's not something I'm used to, but I'm rolling with it.
And then I will also play an Elvish Rejuvenator. I'll look at the top 5 cards in my library and put a Forest into play. Your turn.
Untap, draw, and then cast a Pilgrim's Eye. Search my library for an island.
All of a sudden, a lot of land searching going on.
This is like a real estate convention.
And I will cast a Gearsmith Guardian. I feel like players are not attacking each other, and as these turns go by, I'm adding more to the board than the other players, so I'm very happy with this stalemate.
There are so many big creatures in play. Jeez.
And I will pass the turn to you, Melissa.
No one's willing to do anything.
Do I do something here? I don't think I do anything until...
I thought you said you had nothing to do. You just had a handful of land, huh?
No, I'm just kidding. I have nothing to do. I'll just draw a card. Okay, now I have to do something. All right, so the first thing is Blood Divination, sacrificing Tattered Mummy. So each opponent loses 2 life.
I'm at 10.
I'm down to 14.
And then I will draw 3 cards.
So now Melissa just has way more cards than the rest of us, and I think that's particularly bad for me because she's playing the black deck. She has removal spells. I have big creatures. I need my big creatures to stay alive, and she's got the cards to kill them.
Okay, I think I just have to pass, but I have to discard. So I'm gonna discard a swamp.
How
Rough
many
life.
murders do you have in hand? Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Once I realize that I cannot win by attacking, I have to plan out so I can just kill everyone in one shot.
I'm mostly worried that I just took another 2 damage. Maybe she has ways to recur the zombies. 10 is not a great place to be sitting when you're playing against a black and red opponent.
Okay, though you cannot tell, I will untap, and then I will draw.
And here we go again. I feel like if I do anything, if I step wrong at all, somebody's just gonna be like, boom, kill you, Josh. So
I'll play a mountain.
I just gotta hold my answers open, hold a bunch of red mana open, hope that they're scared to attack into that.
I am gonna do nothing again, and I'm gonna pass the turn.
Suspicious.
What do you have over there?
I'm getting a little nervous with all the cards Josh has in his hand, all the mana he's building up. He's not really doing anything, so I'm afraid there may be burn spells flying across the board sometime soon. Well, I'm gonna start things off once again with Seek the Wild. I will reveal Ghastbark Twins. Then, I still want more cards. So I'm gonna attack with my Howling Golem again at Melissa.
All right, so first we'll all draw.
Everyone draws.
And yeah, I'll just be nice and block with this 2/3 guy again.
All right. I'm glad we've come to an arrangement here. And, well, I am going to cast the Ghastbark Twins that I just drew. And I will target the Golem again with Monument.
Okay.
So I feel like I got a big enough board that I can maybe just take someone out in one turn. So I'm hoping that I just get back around and all my stuff's still alive so I can make a big attack.
Does Kibler have to add like a huge creature every single turn? Like he can take 1 turn and do what I'm doing, which is nothing, right? Maybe that's why he's in the Hall of Fame and I'm not.
Your turn.
All right, untap, draw. I will start my turn with a Sky Scanner. We'll draw a card when it comes into play.
All right.
And then, I'm not trying to start any problems, but Ghastbark Twins is too much bigger than everything else.
Oh.
So I'm going to play Claustrophobia on it.
That is greatly appreciated.
I know that Kibler can remove it with Brontodon, but if he does that, he's not using Brontodon on my favorable wins, which would be really good for me because my deck is filled with cheap flyers and I have a lot of them in play. And then I will cast an Aviation Pioneer, which makes another Thopter when it enters play. Brian's board is very scary. It's becoming hard for me to attack. Any attackers that I tap are no longer available to discourage Kibler from attacking me with his massive green army. And then I will pass the turn.
All right, I have to do something. I'm not getting attacked, but I can't just pass the turn all day with all this mana up, so I have to do something. Nothing personal, but I feel like I'm gonna die to flyers, so I'm going to Cruel Revival, the Air Elemental, and that'll also return Tattered Mummy to my hand. And then I'll untap my stuff.
I am not happy at all to see my air elemental get destroyed. It's my biggest creature, and Melissa now is going to replay that Tattering Mummy, which is 2 more points effectively off my already precarious life total.
I'll play the Tattered Mummy, and then I'm going to play a Fleshbag Marauder.
I'm going to sack the goblin.
I'm going to sacrifice Elvish Rejuvenator.
I'm going to sack Aviation Pioneer.
I'm going to sack the Tattered Mummy, so each opponent will lose 2 life again.
Okay.
Here we go. Melissa sacrificing the Tattered Mummy. It's in the graveyard now. I'm assuming she's going to be able to get it back out again, and we're just losing life every time this happens.
We're all kind of low except Melissa.
I'm not liking that.
And then I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll draw.
So I'm staring at my hand and I'm looking at the prospect of another turn where I just pass without doing anything. And it feels like the boards from every other player have gotten so big that I'm just going to die if that happens.
All right, I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to play Welder Automaton.
I'm just hoping that Ben can't take me out, that I can survive. And now I can hold maybe the Welder Automaton over his head, and maybe I can direct where he goes, and using him by proxy, maybe I can come back into this.
And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay, I will untap everyone except for poor Gaspark twins here. We'll draw.
At this point in the game, Welding Automaton is a big problem for me. Josh can already drain me and to turn to 7, and then almost certainly burn me out. I can't really even let him untap a single time, so I have to use a tool I don't normally have at my disposal. Diplomacy. All I'm saying, as one of the only 2 players with creatures, it would probably be to our advantage to use our creatures against these burn and removal players.
But whichever one of you goes first is going to lose to the other one.
Well, I could easily make an agreement. If you wanted to attack Josh or Melissa, I could assure you I will not attack you back.
You drive a hard bargain, sir. So Ben's deal seems pretty good to me. I'm looking at attacking Josh anyway, and it doesn't really cost me much, just means that I can lower my defenses for a turn and know that Ben won't get me.
Okay, so when the 2 players with the biggest boards make an alliance? Yeah, that's bad. Where did that even come from? They're not supposed to do the table talk thing. That's supposed to be the commander player.
Okay, let's start with Rabid Bite. So Gaspark twins may be somehow stuck in a box, but he's still gonna try and bite your dragon.
Yep. Demanding dragon down.
So that was the one creature I had that could defend and like block stuff and maybe be threatening to my opponents.
And then I will play a Llanowar Elf, which will trigger Ronus Monument, and I will target Vigilant Baloth. And then the most dramatic Ronus Monument trigger with Cult of Primal Hunger. And then we'll give Howling Golem +2/+2 and trample. So then I'm going to attack
I might be dead.
these 3. I'll let Josh.
So first we'll all draw.
Everyone draws.
Okay, wow, that is a lot of big creatures coming my way. Can I live through this turn?
I need to do something about this.
Whoa, you need to do something about Kibler trying to attack Josh.
I am very disadvantaged.
Well, they already made a deal, so you know he's not going to attack him. Who's he going to attack if I'm dead?
This was not a lifetime alliance.
Kibler's attack is going to kill Josh, and if that happens, Ben is going to attack me. So that means I have to save Josh. Because as long as Josh is alive, I'm safe. I'm going to do something.
You're going to use your removal to save Josh's life.
Yeah, see, I have a plan.
I like her plan, whatever it is.
Okay, so before you block, I'm going to play Murder on the Vigilant Baloth.
What do you ever do to you? So Melissa, come on. I'm just gonna take one of the players out of the game, just go and kill my big creature. Yes, maybe it can go and kill you next, but it wasn't doing it now.
Okay, I'm going to block the Avatar with the Eager Construct. So Eager Construct will die, and with the trample damage, I will take 6.
Take 6 trample.
Going to, yikes, 6.
It's unfortunate that my creature did get killed and I didn't kill Josh this turn, but Ben and I did make an agreement and he can finish him off next turn. And then I'm done.
On tap. I did not see this coming at all. This was a really good play by Melissa. Now I have to attack Josh and not her. My life total's way too low to leave Welding Automaton around. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Psy, Master Thopterist, and then I will play a Snare Thopter. When I play it, Psy will trigger and I will make a Thopter. So I would also like to attack these players with all these spells.
Oh, that's funny because your deal wasn't two-way.
All I'm asking, will you agree to not attack me on your very next turn?
If you kill one of them, I will not attack you next.
Okay. What is your life now, Josh?
6.
6. Oh no. Oh no.
I do have a few answers in my hand, so I'm hoping Ben just won't attack me with quite enough, and I'll be able to surprise him with a couple things, and maybe I'll sneak out of this and get to untap one more time.
I will then go to combat. I will attack Josh with the 2 Thopters that were already in play, the Sky Scanner, the Pilgrim's Eye, and the Snare Thopter.
I mean, it was a small hope. He's a Hall of Famer, so he knows the cards I could have, and so the only thing I can really do on my way out is just a little bit of damage to his face. I'm not above it.
Okay, before I go, I am going to activate the Welder Automaton,
Yep. We all take one.
and then I'm going to shock Ben,
Wow.
and I'm going to shock Ben.
Wow.
I take 4.
And, yeah, I'm dead. I will take more than enough.
So I got killed by 3 Thopters and a couple of others. It's like... Okay, so, wow. I mean, who could have ever guessed that I would be the first one knocked out in that group of players? I mean, talk about your huge upset, right? Now, the holidays are coming up, and I don't know about you, but when I head home to hang out with my friends and family, one of the things we love to do is play games. And this game night product, it's perfect for that. It's self-contained, it's super fun, it's even a great way to teach and introduce people to Magic. Oh, and also, it's got a really cool name, although they forgot the K. If you want to pick this up or any other Magic cards or products, please use our affiliate link, cardkingdom.com/command-zone, because when you do that, you really are supporting this show and all of our content. And finally, I want to give a big shout out to Ultra Pro for making the awesome products that protect our cards. You can see everyone in this episode using the Eclipse sleeves, as well as those super sweet playmats with the art from the Unstable lands. Ultra Pro stuff always looks and performs great. And they've even branched out recently by doing some room decor pieces. You've probably noticed that Black Lotus scroll in the background on our show. They also have a bunch of other designs. The History of Benalia one is my personal favorite. These are made of cloth and they look super classy. Make sure to ask at your LGS if they don't already have them in stock. Okay, let's get back to the game and we'll see who can pull off the victory now that, the consensus best player has already been knocked out.
And, yeah, I'm dead.
So this works out about as well as it could for me because not only is Josh out of the game, but now Ben is mortally low and I can kill him at any time. And then there were 3.
Yeah. All right. Draw for turn.
I don't know what Melissa has in hand, but on board, she has 1 mummy, and I'm at 3, so I'm effectively at 1. So I'm basically hoping she just has absolutely nothing.
First, I'll play a reassembling skeleton.
Just remember, if you remove my horde, Kibler can just run you over.
Yeah, but I think I'm good.
You're good against that?
Like, assume that I have all murders in my hand, right?
That's what I've been doing.
I knew that I have Ben dead, so I just have to figure out how am I going to kill Kibler. All right, I'm going to play Gruesome Fate.
How many creatures do you have?
I have 5.
I can't do anything. I will lose 5 life. I'm down to -2 and dead. And then Melissa drained me out.
All right, I'll lose 5. I thought that Melissa killing Ben would be good for me, but she does it with a card that does 5 to me too, and now, I'm in single-digit life total, so it's getting kind of scary. Well, when Ben dies, his claustrophobia goes away.
Uh-oh.
So now Gasbach Twins is back in action.
Oh no, what have I done? So one thing that's interesting about multiplayer that I don't often realize is that when one player dies, all of their permanents disappear with them. Not really a calculation you normally have to make at the Pro Tour.
Well, untap everything. I'm feeling like the game's pretty close right now. I've got some big creatures, but she's got a lot of cards. She could probably kill my Galta here, so it's looking okay, but I'm not too confident. I will play Rejuvenator. I will trigger my Monument on Howling Golem. And then I will look at the top 5 cards. I will get a Forest.
So if I can survive this turn, I have a pretty good chance of winning. But he's got a lot of big creatures, so I'm not really super confident here.
All right, well, let's see how many murders you've got. I will attack you with Gasbark Twins, Galta, Howling Golem, and Avatar of Growth. Howling Golem will each draw a card.
All right, we'll each draw a card.
Yeah, so 4/5, 4/4, 12/12, 7/7, all trample.
Okay, before I block, I'm going to play Cruel Revival on the Galta.
Okay.
And that'll also return a zombie to my hand. I'll return the Tattered Mummy. So now I have to deal with all the stuff. So I have to block in a way so that my life total is high enough to survive his next attack, plus a +2 from the Ronus's Monument. Block the 4/4 with the 4/2 Fleshbag Marauder, and I will block the Howling Golem with these 2 zombies.
So the Avatar is going to trade, and you'll take 2 trample.
Yep.
And Howling Golem and the zombie both die. And then you take 7 here.
Yep, so I'll take a total of 9.
So I got a big attack in. Unfortunately, she did have the removal spell for the Galta. I feel like I'm in a tough spot. I'm gonna have to draw something to get out of this. And then, thanks to the Howling Golem, I'll play the Score Claw.
No, more stuff. I'm pretty sad at this point. I'm thinking that Kibler is just going to attack me on his next turn. I'm just going to have to chump block with everything and die.
You may go.
All right, I'll untap my stuff. So going into my turn, I need to try and stabilize, so I just flood the board with creatures. All right, well, I'll play a Rot Hulk. And unfortunately, since there are 2 dead opponents, I only return 1 to hand.
That's pretty funny.
That's so messed up. So I'll return the Fleshbag Marauder to play. We're each going to sacrifice a creature. I guess my best chance of winning is to sack the Reassembling Skeleton.
I will sacrifice Elvish Rejuvenator.
Okay, then I'll play a Tattered Mummy.
This is getting really scary because now Melissa's starting to build up a lot of zombies, and the Lord of the Accursed threatening to give them all menace makes it really scary for me to even try and attack.
And go ahead.
All right, I will untap, draw. Well, I'm at 7. You have 2 Tattered Mummies. So if they block and die and you don't, I go down to 3. This turn, I don't really have any good attacks. She can block, keep herself alive, and then she just gets to attack back and kill me. So here I am, the big green creature deck, and I'm not attacking against the black deck. It feels pretty bad. I think I have to just say go.
All right, well, I might as well return the skeleton tapped, and then I'll untap. He ends up not attacking me, which I was a little surprised about. So going into my turn, I know that I don't have good attacks either, even with the menace, because I'll lose most of my stuff and he'll still have a 7/7. All right, I'm gonna play a Filigree Familiar. When it comes into play, I gain 2 life, back up to 10. Then I'm gonna play this Infectious Horror.
So both of these are pretty bad for me, because she gains some life and plays a creature that's gonna make me lose life when it attacks, and it's another zombie, so it's getting harder for me to kill her and easier for her to kill me.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll draw. All right, well, I will play Day 9's roommate's favorite card.
No.
Gigantosaurus. This is a great draw because it's a huge creature and Goreclaw can give it trample, so it's looking like I might actually have enough creatures to be able to attack if I survive the next turn.
So I think that card's gonna kill me.
Then I think I'm gonna wait until next turn when I can attack with Gigantosaurus, so you can go.
Okay, so I will draw this card, but my draw for my turn makes things much easier. It's a pretty awesome card, I'm not gonna lie.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to play Bone Splinters on the Gigantosaurus, sacrificing the Reassembling Skeleton.
I'm not gonna lie, that sucked.
So that Lord of the Accursed that I said earlier might win me the game eventually. Well, I think now is the time that it's gonna do that. All right, I'm gonna activate the Lord of the Accursed, giving all zombies menace, and then I'm gonna just attack with everything here.
That's a lot of things.
Trigger the Infectious Horror.
Right, well, I will lose 2 life. And, well, I can do some blocking. Let's bring him over here.
So I'm pretty sure this is a lethal attack. But what I don't factor in is this Gasbark Twins can actually block 2 creatures. I forgot about that.
Okay, so we block like this.
Okay.
Actually, this should be like this. Never mind, hold on. So it's like block like, I don't know. I don't even know what's right. This combat is really hard. All of her stuff has menace. I have a creature that can block 2 things. Plus, I have the Brontodon, which can answer her Filigree Familiar, so I have at least one way to get rid of an extra creature. I need to try and figure out, can I block enough to stay alive, and can I keep alive enough creatures that I can threaten her on the attack back? So, Gasbark Twins and these 2 will block these 2. Thrashing Brontodon and Llanowar Elf will block the Rot Hulk.
All right, let me think for a second.
It's a messy game.
Now I have to decide, do I want to kill the Gasbark or do I want to kill the 2 creatures? I think either way, if you have a creature to play with the +2, I'm taking 9 anyway. Oh, this game is just hard.
Yeah, now I'm just jealous. I wish I was involved in this combat.
Okay, I'm going to have this one be ordered first and this one, so I kill these 2 instead of killing the 1. And then for this one, I'll just order the Brontodon first.
Okay, well, before damage, so I don't die, the Brontodon will sacrifice and kill the Filigree Familiar.
Okay, Filigree Familiar dies and I'll draw a card.
So damage.
You take 4 and go to
I
1.
go to 1 life.
And then I am very fortunate because I drew a card off of the Filigree Familiar called Thallid Soothsayer. It says sacrifice a creature, draw a card. So I'll sacrifice the Tattered Mummy, so you lose 2 life.
And that kills me.
And I win the game.
I don't think anybody would be surprised, looking at that table, looking at everybody's resume, that I'm the first one knocked out. But I felt like, I deserve another chance. We should play a second game.
All right, everyone ready?
Let's do it.
I will draw and play a forest. Ben's turn.
I will draw, play an island. Go ahead.
I will draw, play a mountain. Go ahead.
I will draw. I will play a plains. Go ahead.
Draw another forest. Go ahead.
I will draw, play an island. Go ahead.
All right, I'll draw, play a mountain, and I will play the game's first creature. I'll go with the Goblin Instigator.
Oh, I know that guy.
He's got a coworker.
Well, we've seen these guys before. I think Melissa's going to find the same thing I found out, which is that 1/1s just aren't good for very long.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I will draw. And I will play a plains, and then I will pass the turn.
All right, draw, play a forest, and a thrashing Brontodon.
Oh, that's so much bigger than these Goblin Instigators.
So I've got this card on turn 3. Really good, good stats and ability that even just saved me, if briefly, last game. So I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm playing red, and all of my damage is like shocks and lightning strikes and stuff, and this thing has 4 toughness. That actually is a threat to me.
Your turn.
Okay, draw for my turn. I'll play an island, and then I'm gonna Claustrophobia the Thrashing Brontodon. Tap it.
I have a way to remove your claustrophobia.
Feel free, feel free. I cast the Claustrophobia because I know I can't stop a 3/4 anytime soon, and I don't want to take 6 to 12 damage before I can assemble my board.
So this is really interesting because last game was pretty passive. I'm happy that he did this though, because that's the type of action that causes your opponent to hold a grudge. So I'm hoping Kibler will, pay him back later.
Your turn.
Okay, all right, it's time to get in there.
Don't attack
but
me.
I don't know who to
I dropped
attack.
his blocker for us.
I'm not attacking you. I'll just attack Kibler for 2.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
it's pretty messed up. You have 3 lands in play, you have a thing in play. You just feel like a threat.
I do have the most stuff.
All right, then I'll play everyone's favorite, the Howling Golem.
That is my favorite.
Yeah, all
It's
right.
definitely my favorite right now.
I like seeing this card even more than I did last game because white is the worst color at drawing cards. So if Melissa's going to help me out in that regard, I'm cool with it.
So my thinking is, if I have the Howling Golem, no one's going to want to attack me because I'm giving everyone cards. Go ahead.
I'm actually not happy about that. I'm the blue player. I'm the only one who's supposed to draw extra cards. Here.
Okay, I will draw, and then I will play a Militia Bugler. And I will reveal a Dwarven Priest.
It's a 3-mana 2/3 that drew me a card. This also gives me a blocker for that Howling Golem because they're both 2/3s and they can just bounce off each other, so we can just draw cards all day. Count me in.
And then I will pass the turn.
Untap, draw, and this seems like a good time for Goreclaw.
Uh-oh.
Not only is it a big creature, but it's gonna let my other big creatures come down more quickly. And I've got something really sweet in my hand if she survives.
Well, you know what I'm thinking here? Boy, I'm really, really glad that I didn't do anything to Kibler earlier so that he might be mad at me.
Goreclaw seems a lot better on turn 4 than any other turn.
Turn 11 or whatever, yeah.
Go ahead.
Untap, draw for my turn, and then I will cast Aviation Pioneer. I will need a Thopter. I can't put out enough stuff to present trades yet, so I just have to hope other people are more appealing targets. I'm done.
All right.
In this game, Ben doesn't have favorable wins, which makes all of these little Thopter makers and stuff way less scary. Approximately half as scary.
This Howling Golem wants us to draw some cards, so I'll attack Josh for 2.
Okay,
So first we'll all draw.
then I will block with my Militia Bugler. They're both 2/3s, so they just bounce off each other.
Okay, fair enough. So since I'm behind in the game, I don't mind giving everyone cards because their cards are probably going to go after Kibler anyway. And then I'll play Welder Automaton and Dragon Fodder, making 2 Goblin tokens. So many Goblin friends.
So many coworkers.
Melissa's starting to play a bunch of small creatures, but thankfully Goreclaw can give all my creatures trample, so they can't really stop me.
Okay, I'll untap. I will draw. Then I'm going to play a Call the Cavalry, and I will make 2 Knight tokens.
We need more sound effects, And they call the cavalry, like, hey, cavalry, come on.
Charge!
So things are going a lot better than they were last game. I'm actually doing stuff.
Then I'll pass the turn.
I will untap, I will draw, and then I will play Gaspark Twins. Cost 5, thanks to Goreclaw.
Oh man.
That thing is so big.
7/7 tramples are not supposed to come into play on the 5th turn.
I'm playing red. I have just like no answer to it. 1/1 goblin tokens are not so good against trample.
I'm pretty scared.
And then you may go.
Untap, draw, and then bring out an air elemental. This card is big enough to stop Goreclaw from attacking me, but not Gaspark Twins. My big hope here is that Josh is the most inviting target.
Untap, draw. I'll attack Josh with the Howling Golem.
We all draw a card.
Draws.
We all draw a card.
Trigger. I will block with the Bugler.
Okay. And then 5 mana for Demanding Dragon. Not gonna target Kibler.
Good choice.
I'll target Josh. Ben has a bunch of tokens and Kibler has a creature with claustrophobia, so even though I don't really want to go after Josh, I don't really have much of a choice.
I will sacrifice one of the knights.
Or you could take 5.
I will sacrifice one of the knights.
Fair enough.
It's not the best, it's not the worst. The 2/2 knight didn't mean a lot. I mean, I have less blockers now if Melissa does attack me, and she has a 5/5 flyer. Actually, it is bad now that I think about it. No, I don't like this.
All right, your turn.
Okay, I'll untap, draw for turn.
We need to deal with that 7/7.
I might have been a little hasty with my claustrophobia.
Well, everybody else has played huge flyers, so I guess I better follow suit.
I'm gonna tap 5, play an oldie but a goodie, Sarah Angel.
Ooh, throwback.
I like this Sarah a lot in a multiplayer game because the vigilance is really important, so that air elemental might be scared to come at me. Even Melissa would have to worry about a pump spell or something. So I like where I am, I like the position. I think I have a chance in this one.
I'll pass the turn.
Ooh, yes. So no one has any mana untapped as I untap with a bunch of monsters.
I don't like that you said that.
No, I'm pretty scared.
I'm gonna use 3 mana for Ronus's Monument. Once again.
This card is really problematic for me. My creatures will not be big enough to stop Kibler from attacking.
And then we will pay 2, thanks to the Monument. Play Elvish Rejuvenator. I'll trigger the Monument targeting Goreclaw. I will also play a Llanowar Elf. I will trigger Ronus Monument, target Goreclaw. Goreclaw is now an 8/7. Last game, I kind of sat back. This game, I decided, well, I've got 2 giant creatures and it's turn 6, so they're gonna get attacking.
Oh boy, that's a lot of power.
As long as he doesn't swing at me.
Just don't attack me. Just don't attack me.
Please don't attack me. Please don't attack me. Please don't attack me.
I mean, I didn't claustrophobia any of the things, so I
Yeah,
think
no,
I'm
you
probably good.
didn't. You're cool. We're cool. Well, there's only one person who's given me any reason to attack them, and that's Ben. Goreclaw and Gaspark Twins both attack Ben. Goreclaw triggers. So I have an 8/8 and a 9/8 trampler attacking you.
Okay, I'll take 17.
Oh, that's so messed up.
I'm down to 3. This is basically a lethal attack. I know at this point I've pretty much lost the game.
Go ahead.
Untap, draw my card. I know at 3 life that if someone really wants to take me out, they can. I will play Scholar of Stars, I will draw a card, and then I will play Favorable Winds.
Ooh, okay.
Well, if you want to drop your defenses, the best I can do is attack back.
All right.
Go into combat and attack for 7.
Well, I have no flyers, so I'll not block.
So this actually brings Kibler's life total pretty low, and I'm looking at the board, and Melissa and I together, I mean, we can take him out.
I'm done.
All right.
This game is very different.
It's a lot bloodier.
Yeah,
A much different game. I'm just thinking, I think we just all have to collectively take out Kibler. I'm gonna attack Kibler for this much.
I didn't attack you. Why are you attacking me?
You were really scary.
Because look what you did.
Wow. All right. I think I'm gonna have to do some blocking. This is 5. It's gonna be 9. So now I'm kind of starting to get worried. I thought Ben would retaliate against me, but everyone else ganging up to take me out, I didn't think that through. I'll block 2 of the coworkers.
2 of the coworkers.
Yeah,
Okay, so then you're gonna be taking 7.
I'm at 4.
Spoiler alert, Sarah Angel has 4 power. He has no way to block flyers. This is looking good.
This game is fast and
Yeah.
furious.
You started it.
You started it. You claustrophobic bug done.
All right, I have to make sure I play this card before you die. Goblin Goliath.
Oh God.
So it'll give me 3 goblins. And now I just like have an army again, and I feel kind of safe.
Now I'm not sure who's scarier, Melissa or Kibler.
Pass the turn.
I'm gonna untap, I'll draw.
So yeah, I may be dead on board, but Melissa may have just made herself a bigger target, so let me try politics. Maybe you shouldn't kill me. We're both super low.
Yeah,
She's just gonna kill you if you kill me. You gotta at least let me attack her and do a bunch of damage to her.
Josh has the ability to kill whoever he wants, but Melissa has the scariest board. All I can say is if I get another turn, I will not be attacking the innocent white mage over there.
And then suddenly they think I'm the threat. How am I the threat?
Okay, everything's going that way?
Yeah,
I promise.
Everything.
for sure.
This deal is good for me. It at least ensures me one more on tap step.
Saved. Live to fight another day.
Oh man, what have I done?
Okay, I'm gonna pay 5, and I'm gonna play Knightly Valor, targeting my Sarah Angel. And that will create a 2/2 Knight. And then I will go to combat, 6 damage at Melissa from the Sarah Angel.
I have to take it. So I'll take 6. Down to 14.
I'm feeling pretty good now. If everybody upholds the bargains they've made, I think I'm ahead in this game.
All right, gentlemen, I'm trusting you.
I will draw. What do you got over there? You've got a lot of stuff.
I have all this stuff.
And a lot more life than me. I'm gonna fix one or both of those. I will play Colossal Dreadmaw. And I will trigger Ronus' Monument targeting Goreclaw. And then both of these at Melissa.
Oh no.
Trigger Goreclaw. Both of these get +1/+1.
So Kibler attacks me for 1,000,000 with his big dumb idiots. Okay, I have to block in a way where these creatures don't kill me. All right, so I will block Goreclaw with these 3 and Howling Golem on this guy.
So we all draw a card?
We all draw a card.
Howling Golem's the best.
Well, I could sacrifice my Brontodon to kill the Golem to do more trample. Do you need the help? Do I need to?
I can't kill her on board. I don't have pump spells.
All right, I'm gonna use the Brontodon to kill the Howling Golem.
No.
And then Goreclaw and all of these will die. So you take 9 total damage.
Oh, ouch. Yep, I go down to 5.
Well, one thing I really like is if you look at the life totals, my opponents are at 3, 4, and 5. I'm still at 20.
Your turn, Ben.
Untap, draw. I'm super stoked about this turn. I now think I might have a chance to win this game. Well, I swore to kill the red player, and I am at 3, which means she can kill me anytime she wants. You're at 5, Melissa.
I'm at 5. Tapped out, no flying blockers.
I'll attack Melissa with Air Elemental.
I take exactly 5 and die.
She's no longer undefeated on game nights.
So I die to an air elemental.
Elementals put you to sleep, evidently.
I will then play Skilled Animator. I will make my Thopter into a 5/5.
Uh-oh.
Now, if Josh takes out Kibler and not me, I may still have a chance to win, and I will pass the turn.
Okay, I will untap.
So Ben has played this really, really well. He all of a sudden, even though his life total is low, has enough blockers that I am going to have trouble getting to him. Well, I would have trouble getting to him, except for that I was pretty sure this would happen, so I've been saving a card.
Okay, I am going to play a Subjugator Angel.
Whoa.
Oh dear.
So it just taps all of both of our creatures?
Yeah, it taps all creatures my opponents control.
So now I have no blockers, and neither does Kibler.
Then I'm gonna go to combat. The question is there some kind of like bounce spell?
The only thing I need to think about is what effects could Ben have and how many creatures do I need to send at him?
So you're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at 4 with no flyers anyway.
I'm holding a card Hydrolash at this point. What I need to happen here is Josh to attack Kibler with the Sarah Angel and me with the 3/2 power creatures. All I'm saying, if you attack me with the small ones and Brian with the Sarah, I can't live. I can then fog the attack and I'll get to untap, and I have a better board than Josh with Kibler dead, and I'll be in a winning position.
So here's what I'm gonna do.
If he has a bounce spell, then I need to send more creatures his way. I think it's safest just to send everything and see what happens.
Then I'm gonna swing with all 4 creatures.
Which means Hydrolash is not enough to save me. I can't stop that, so I'm dead, and I still die.
All right, well, I will untap. So here I need kind of a miracle, like Nissa's Revelation, hitting a Galta to gain 12, draw 12, draw my card, and then
No removal spell, no removal spell, no removal spell.
go.
Go.
You didn't have anything?
Okay, so my board's intact, and it's all over but the crying.
All right, I'm gonna tap 3, play Banalish Marshal. So all my stuff gets +1/+1.
Oof, if it weren't for that, I would have totally had you.
And I win! This was a super fun day. This product is actually really, really fun and offered a lot more complexity than I thought it would.
I didn't really know what to expect coming in, but for introductory decks, we still had some pretty interesting games. There was a lot of complex attacks and blocks and everything.
I don't play a lot of multiplayer. It was more like a puzzle, trying to figure out how to kill 3 different people instead of just playing a one-on-one game of Magic. It's just like a completely different game.
This was a lot of fun. On the Pro Tour, you can't turn to the other players and try and get them to join forces with you. But in this game, that's what it's all about. Politicking is something I definitely enjoy.
I think this is a really cool intro product. You know, you have decks that anyone can just jump in and start playing, and if even 25-year veterans of the game can enjoy them, you can too.
All right, you made it to the end of the episode. Congratulations. Also, I just beat 2 Hall of Famers in a game of Magic. So I think that basically means I'm in the Magic Hall of Fame too, right? That's how that works? Yeah, pretty sure. Huge thanks to Ultra Pro for being such an awesome sponsor of our show. Right now, you can get your hands on all their cool guild-themed stuff. We're talking sleeves and deck boxes with the Ravnica Guild logos on them. And they even have the ones that won't be appearing until Ravnica Allegiance, so you can get in on the action even if your favorite guild is Azorius or Rakdos or whatever. You can find Ultra Pro products at online retailers and your LGS. Now, if you're here for the giveaway, it's really, really easy to enter. Just go to Facebook, find our post about this video, and click the share button to your public profile. Or on Twitter, post a link to this video and use the hashtag GameNights. That's it. It's super simple. Either one of those ways will enter you to win a bunch of cool stuff from Ultra Pro or some goodies from Card Kingdom. As always, you have 1 week from the release of this video to enter the giveaway, and then we'll be announcing the winners on Twitter and Facebook. And before we wrap up here, I had a quick question I wanted to ask you all. Have you seen our new gameplay series called Extra Turns yet? Our first episode just came out, and it's a really epic Commander game with me, Jimmy, Wedge, the Professor. It's pretty crazy, and it's very, very close right down to the final turn. If you're a fan of Game Nights, and if you're watching this right now, I'm assuming you are, then you really got to check out Extra Turns. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.